Hey guys, my name is Shari Luthra from Miss Fugé's Physics Honors Period 6 class, and today I'm going to show you how to use Google SketchUp. So the first thing you want to do is, first of all, click the SketchUp 8 app, which I have right here. Once you're there, you get this small little window that opens up. To start using it for our purposes, which means you want to do an engineering drawing in the metric system, you want to choose your template. Once you're here, you have two options. You can either use the engineering with meters, which is a 3D view, or you can use plan view in meters, which starts out in a 2D view. Some of you may like this more, but today I will show you how to do it in the 3D view. Alright, first things first, you can delete this person over here. That's just sort of to show you the scale of the whole drawing. Alright, so the first thing I'll show you is how to maneuver on the screen. If you hit the O on your keyboard, this little orbit symbol comes up and allows you to rotate across all your axes. You can also hit H on your keyboard, which is a little hand that just lets you drag left, right, up, and down. Also, one thing I forgot is that going back to the orbit tool, if you hold shift, it allows you to pan as well, instead of having to hit the H button. Alright, so the first thing that many of you will probably need to do in your drawing is sort of get into a 2D initial viewpoint. To do so, you go to Camera, Standard Views, and Top. So now you have your 2D axis, and you can start drawing over here. Also, to get rid of this annoying blue line, if you go to Camera, turn off Perspective, that blue line will disappear for now because you're no longer in 2D perspective. So first things first, you guys may want to draw a basic rectangle. To do so, what you're going to do is you can hit R on your keyboard, start at any point, and just pull and draw a rectangle. If you want to scale this, what you're going to do is after you draw the rectangle, you're going to just type in the dimensions. So if you look in the bottom right hand corner here, you have the dimensions of the rectangle I just made. To resize it, I can just say 5 meters by, let's say, 1 meter, and hit enter. It'll resize my rectangle as such. Alright, but of course a 2D rectangle really isn't going to help you when you make a telescope. So what you may want to do is you may want to go back into your 2D perspective, hit the O key for orbit, and sort of situate yourself so that you get a more 3D view of your object. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hit the P button on your keyboard, which is pull, point to the surface, and pull up. This basically allows you to make a 3D prism, which is a good starting point for your telescope. Another thing you can do in Google SketchUp is you can make circles. So to make a circle, you are going to hit C, and you get this little tool over here. This tool, basically, you choose your center of your circle, you click, and you drag out till you get the radius you want. Let's say I want to make the radius of the circle like this. And I'm just going to let go, and I have a circle. Now, cool thing you can do is you can also pull out these circles, just like we did with the rectangle originally. So I can do this and pull out the circle, or I can pull around the circle and take away the rest of the rectangle, getting me a cylinder-like object, which I could say would help a lot when you're making a telescope. Another thing which you can do in Google SketchUp is, obviously, you can draw lines. To do so, hit L on your keyboard, and you get a pencil, and just draw a line wherever you want it. So over here, I will make the diameter for the main circle. Now over here, I can also pull and push away any of the segments which I've now made. And I can just keep on doing so after I draw a line. When it says offset is limited like it just did, all that means is you have to pull again, because Google SketchUp got a tad bit confused. Another cool feature in Google SketchUp is that you can make concentric shapes. So say I made a rectangle like that, and I wanted to make another rectangle that was similar to the rectangle I just made. What I'll do is I'll choose the concentric tool right here. I'll click on it, choose my starting point, like how far I want the corner of my new rectangle to be from the original rectangle. I'll hold and I'll draw. And there you go. Now you have two concentric rectangles that you can manipulate any which way you want. And last but not least is that say you make your telescope or whatever you are designing in Google SketchUp and you realize, whoa, I made it way too big. The cool feature in SketchUp is it'll automatically resize any object you want. To do so, use the measuring tape tool, which is right up here. Choose the two largest endpoints of your object. In my case, it's this straight line right here. If you can see, it says 7.971 meters. But say I want it to be 5 meters. All I have to do is after I use the tape tool, type 5 meters, hit enter. It's going to ask me if I want to resize the model. Since I do, I'll say yes, and it resizes my entire model. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening, and good luck with your project.